In 1916, a group of Russian nobles tried to kill one man. They poisoned him with enough cyanide to kill 5 people. He asked for more cake. They shot him in the chest. He got back up. They shot him 3 more times. He still wouldn't die. This is the story of Rasputin, the man who refused to stay dead. Grigori Rasputin was one of the most controversial figures in Russian history. He was a peasant from Siberia who somehow became one of the most powerful men in Russia. He claimed to be a holy man, a mystic with healing powers. The Russian royal family believed him completely. Rasputin had gained influence over Tsar Nicholas II and especially Tsarina Alexandra because he seemed to be the only person who could help their son Alexei, who suffered from hemophilia, a disease where blood doesn't clot properly. Whenever Alexei had a bleeding episode, Rasputin would show up, do whatever he did, and the boy would improve. The royal family became dependent on him. Rasputin had the ear of the Tsar. He influenced political decisions. He recommended who should be appointed to important positions, and a lot of people hated him for it. By 1916, Russia was losing World War I badly. The country was falling apart. Many nobles blamed Rasputin for giving the Tsar bad advice. They thought he was destroying Russia from within. Some even believed he was a German spy. A group of nobles decided there was only one solution. Rasputin had to die. The man who organized the assassination was Prince Felix Yusupov, one of the richest men in Russia. He recruited a small group of conspirators, including a member of the royal family, Grand Duke Dmitry Pavlovich. Their plan seemed simple. Invite Rasputin to Yusupov's palace late at night. Feed him poisoned food and wine. Wait for him to die. Dispose of the body. On the night of December 29, 1916, Yusupov invited Rasputin to his palace under the pretense of meeting his wife. Rasputin arrived just after midnight. Yusupov led him to the basement where he'd prepared cakes and wine. But these weren't ordinary refreshments. The cakes had been laced with potassium cyanide. The wine had been poisoned too. According to Yusupov, there was enough poison to kill several men almost instantly. Rasputin ate the cakes. He drank the wine. He asked for more. And nothing happened. Yusupov was panicking. Rasputin just sat there, completely fine, asking about when he'd get to meet Yusupov's wife. The prince excused himself and went upstairs where his co-conspirators were waiting. They decided they needed a new plan. Yusupov grabbed a revolver, went back downstairs, and shot Rasputin in the chest at close range. Rasputin collapsed. The conspirators came down, examined the body, and declared him dead. They started discussing how to dispose of the corpse. But then Rasputin's eyes opened. He lunged at Yusupov, grabbed him by the throat, and started climbing the stairs toward the exit. The other conspirators were upstairs in Shumshagi. This man had been poisoned and shot. He should be dead. Rasputin made it outside into the courtyard. He was crawling toward the gate, trying to escape. One of the conspirators, Vladimir Purishkovich, ran outside and fired at Rasputin twice, missing both times. He steadied himself and fired again. This shot hit Rasputin in the back. He fired once more, hitting him in the head. Rasputin finally collapsed in the snow. But the conspirators still weren't taking chances. They beat the body with clubs. They kicked him. They wanted to make absolutely sure he was dead. Then they wrapped his body in a cloth, drove to the Neva River, and threw him through a hole in the ice. The next morning, Rasputin's daughter reported him missing. 2 days later, police found the body in the river. And here's where the story gets even stranger. When they performed the autopsy, they found water in Rasputin's lungs, which meant he had been breathing when they threw him in the river. Despite the poison, despite being shot 4 times, despite being beaten, Rasputin had still been alive when he hit the water. He had finally drowned under the ice. The autopsy also revealed something that might explain why the poison didn't work. Rasputin was a heavy drinker with serious stomach problems. It's possible his stomach lining was so damaged that it couldn't absorb the poison properly. Or maybe the conspirators simply didn't use enough poison or the wrong kind. But the truth is, we don't know for sure. Some historians even doubt parts of Yusupov's account, suggesting he might have exaggerated the story to make the assassination sound more dramatic. What we do know for certain is that it took poisoning, multiple gunshots, a severe beating, and drowning to finally kill Grigori Rasputin. The assassination didn't save Russia like the conspirators hoped. Just 2 months later, the Russian Revolution began. The Tsar was overthrown. The entire royal family, including the boy Rasputin had tried to help, was executed. Rasputin had predicted this. He'd written a letter saying that if he was killed by nobles, the royal family wouldn't survive long after his death. Whether that was a genuine prophecy or just good political instinct, we'll never know. But his reputation as the mad monk who couldn't be killed became legendary. Stories about that night in December 1916 have been told and retold for over a century. Some details have probably been exaggerated over time, but the core facts remain. It took an extraordinary effort to kill one man, and even then, he technically died by drowning, not from any of the wounds they inflicted. So the next time you think you're having a bad day, remember that Rasputin survived being poisoned, shot 4 times, and beaten before finally drowning under ice. If you want more bizarre true stories from history, subscribe for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. History is full of people who just refuse to quit, for better or worse.